Hi, we're the Physiology Ambassadors. Bear down!
So my name is Linda and I am currently a junior majoring physiology and I am one of the Physiology Ambassadors.
My name's Amir. I'm currently media chair and I'm a junior right now, and all I do is just manage Instagram, Twitter, and outreach and programs of that nature.
So a lot of you guys are probably wondering what it's like to be a physiology major and a physiology student, and so we are here to give you guys a tour.
So let's go.
Alright, so right now, right behind us is the main library. That's where a lot of students will go and study.
And then if you look over to our right-hand side, you obviously have just modern languages, a lot of buildings, ILCs downstairs. A lot of people get lost here, usually in your first year. And then we're just going to continue. You'll see coffers on the left-hand side, and coffers where all your chemistry labs are going to be, your science engineering libraries there, and so is Bear Down Gym. So Bear Down Gym has a lot of different integrative approaches to academics. There's a lot of tutors, SI leaders, and a lot of things that can facilitate your success, especially in college, with physio being a little more intensive major compared to another major of that kind in a sense. So we're just gonna keep on going, and then we're gonna give you guys a little tour. So your first year, it's mainly gonna be your chemistry, your biology, your basic sciences, not too much.
And this is also like all the English requirements, math requirements that you also have to take. And a lot of these requirements like English and math are prerequisites for upper division and higher level physiology classes and science classes.
Correct. So usually you'll have just basic labs. You're going to do OChem and everything. And then what we'll show you, if you want to pan over, we're just going to walk right next to Bear Down Gym. So Bear Down Gym, of course, are the resources we talked about. There we go. And then, of course, you have the mall, which is right on the other hand side. The student union and everything. So your second year, of course, you'll be completed your chemistry, biology, basic sciences. We're going to push towards physio. So physio, this is what it's all about. So physio 201, 202, you're really going to hands-on approach to what science is and what medicine is. You know, it's not just medicine, also it's healthcare, PT, PA, dental school, a lot of other opportunities such as research that really can exploit as a physio major. It's not just pre-med. Don't get, you know, a lot of people are like doctor, but that's not what we all want to do, to be honest. So we're just going to pass science engineering library. I spend a lot of hours here.
What's really cool about the science engineering library is that they're trying to integrate more of an interactive learning approach. And so a lot of the classes, unlike traditional classes where it's like a lecture hall, the professor teaches in front, and then like there's like what 300-400 students sitting in the back, an interactive like learning environment is where like you get to sit in table groups and you basically learn with other people, and like the professor walks around the room kind of like a traditional like high school classroom or something like that, and like basically you can learn it as a group, and that actually is really beneficial with, especially with science classes. So yeah. In
addition, there's preceptor. So a lot of preceptor students like me and Linda, what we do is we walk around, we help you out. What are these concepts? I don't understand what, you know, IMFs are, or potential energy, which you'll definitely have to struggle with, but it's not too bad with using your resources. So we just passed science engineering library, which is on your left-hand side. And then we're gonna continue. So we're just walking down the mall, going towards Old Main and towards University Boulevard. So there's a lot of activities as well when you're a freshman, sophomore, even junior or senior that you could really partake in, different clubs, events. And as you see, there's always stuff going on. It's currently a Saturday evening, just after exams and everything. Of course, there's a lot of things you can do and a lot of opportunities you can partake in. Super exciting because you get to pretty much immerse yourself in everything, whatever you want. You could do art, you could do There's fencing, archery. There's a lot of different clubs outside of science that you could just show yourself off, you know? I'm cool, you know? So a lot of different opportunities for that. And here's Koffler. It looks like a wildcat. There's 2 ears at the top. That's one. There's the other.
So basically with Henry Koffler is that it's a building where a lot of the science labs are located. So a lot of the times your freshman year, your sophomore year, especially junior year, you're going to be taking labs, and these are around like 3-hour like labs where you're actually running experiments, or you're learning more about like physiology. In this case, it's going to be like anatomy and stuff like that. So you're going to be spending a lot of time right here.
I see. So these are really hands-on, as Linda said. You gotta really understand what it's like to do chemistry outside of just paper and pencil. You gotta work with chemicals, hydrochloric acid, all these things that you learned about in high school that you gotta implement in college, especially in a new environment, which is really exciting. So also, we're gonna pass old chemistry. So this was the old chemistry department. There's a lot of professors here, a lot of names that you may hear about. So Dr. Graham, Dr. Hidalgo, Dr. Pollard, Talenker, all these professors that you might hear have their offices here, and you could always seek for help. There's the chemistry advising, all of these resources in here. There's not too many classes as they're more centered towards ENR2, which is a larger lecture hall just due to constraints and stuff. So your classes, they're usually going to be around 300 students, especially your first and second year, and then they'll get smaller to be around 100, 150, 200 students. We can get into Physio 301, 305, cardiovascular physiology, immunophysiology, and really neurophysiology as well. So a lot of different approaches, a lot of different classroom styles, and it depends on the teacher as well.
So we talked about what a first year student is like, and it's all the intro bio, intro science classes. As a sophomore, you're going to get in more into like higher, like more advanced science, but you're still taking kind of like general sciences. When you're a senior, or when you're a junior and senior, this is when you start taking on upper division physiology courses. So this is where you can take like 303, 305. These focus on like PTSD, cystic fibrosis, like all the systems and pathways, and like we do a lot of case studies too. So which is really interesting because like we'll have like our upper division physio classes, like 303, 305, into like separate blocks, and then each block will learn a different disease, and we'll incorporate pathways, we'll incorporate mechanisms and everything into these classes.
So as you can see, it's very integrative. You learn your first 2 years the basics, and then in your upper division, you got to put it all together. You know, all the biology, all the chemistry, all the OChem, everything. You got to really incorporate together to, you know, advance your learning and really find a pathway for your graduate studies or whatever you want to do, whatever career you want to partake in after college. So it's kind of a stepping stone. It is a big one for some, but it is very exciting and it's very rewarding as a physio major. I personally have learned a lot about myself through doing physio and have always enjoyed it.
Yeah, and also outside of being a physiology major, you can partake on all these different opportunities. There's always activities going around on campus, so like once you are a physio major, it's not like you're only taking physiology classes. You can take like a lot of gen eds and
bioethics.
Exactly. So there's so many different classes and like different like things that you can do on campus outside of just focusing on academics.
Correct. So I personally, just a little personal, I do archery. So I joined the archery club because that's like one of my hobbies, and that really gives me time to de-stress, especially, you know, academics, upper divisions. You need a course, or you need a club, or you need individuals that you really just jive with. Since you hang out, you de-stress, you talk, something other than school, you know, because school currently is your life. It may seem like that, but really there's other opportunities you could partake in.
So, well, thank you guys.
Thank you as always.
Coming to our mini tour. If you guys have any questions, you can reach out to physioambassadors@gmail.com. Our Instagram is PSIO Ambassadors. Our Twitter is UAPSIO Physio.
And if there's anything else, feel free to reach out, and we're always here as a support system.
Yeah, thank you guys.